Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Kansas Motor Speedway. This is the Australian NASCAR E-Series. This is the A&E Truck Series, Season 2. We're in the playoffs at the moment. Second race of the round of 8. Joining us tonight is the one and only, and the special guest, I will admit too. He's the most starters in the series. He's had a couple of wins. He's also the 2023 X Series champion. Special guest tonight from the Southern Stars, Mr. Andy Barber. Andy, welcome to the booth.
Yeah, thanks, boys. Thanks for having me along tonight for 128 laps here at Kansas. Playoffs, exciting times, getting to the pointy end of the season here and lots on the line. So definitely going to be interested to see how it all plays out tonight with all the drivers. And currently qualifying, it looks like it's pretty close at the top.
100%, but look at the schedule here now. We're at Kansas this week, and then we head to the Roval for some road course action for the last round of the round of 12. And then we head to the round of 8, which will be Chicago, the ever-popular Talladega. We head to Rockingham, and then the Phoenix Championship race will be Thursday, November 6th, which will be a great, exciting race. We're nighttime here at Kansas in the sim at 7:30 at night. We'll look at the playoff standings, have a quick look at this before we get to the grid. Aaron Borg, he's already advanced into the round of 8, but look how tight it is there between second place and all the way down into the 11th. Any driver there can still make it in tonight. And one bad result tonight and your race can be done, and you've got to rely next week on the Roval and the road course. As we go to the grid, as we'll see right now that Jason Martin from Nitro Racing in the 21. Here's your pole sitter tonight with the 29.787. On his outside is Kuday Tao in the 55. In third place tonight is Jason Holdsworth for Nitro Racing, and fourth is his teammate Riley Curtis. Tom Frieda from Synergy Sim Racing in fifth, with Bradley Newman's Lobs Esports coming out as sixth. Seventh is Nitro Racing's Dave Douglas, and on his outside, the first of the Project 36 cars of Vengus Lawford. In ninth tonight is Ryan Barber for Southern Stars Esports, with Aaron Borg coming out of 10th on his outside. 11th is Brendan Griffiths from Project 36, with his teammate Jamie Davis coming out of 12th.
No worries, and rolling over, we've got David Lawler from Project 36 out of 13th position tonight. McKernan out of 14th. Aaron Dorman starting out of 15th for Australia Wide Racing. Tommy Pritchard for Southern Stars out of 16. Kelvin Clark from 1-9 in the 777 starting out of 17. Harry B. Taylor out of 18th. Nick Burling in 19th. Lee Davis starting out of the 20th position. 21st tonight, Matty Ray from SRM Australia. Timo Blundell starting beside him in 22nd position. And Tyler Williams 23rd. And Brian Blundell at the 24th position. And rolling over a little bit further, we've got Brendan Henderson from SRM as well. Noddy Tompkins in the 26th position. Marty Mitchell from Limit Basher Racing out of 27, and rounding out the field tonight is Zach Blundell out of the 28th position.
Well, there's our field of 28 cars tonight. Look at the weather conditions. It's 77 degrees. There's not much wind. It's coming from the northeast. We've got clear conditions. The humidity won't be a problem tonight either at 43%. As the pace car is out on track now, the car's making their way around to the green flag at the moment. If you're out there online, like and subscribe. Give the give the broadcast a bit of a like there. Give us your predictions out there in chat. We'll keep an eye on them all night. But Andy, who's your prediction for tonight?
I know it's going to be a tough one to call. Already Borgie's got a strong start to the playoffs, so it's hard to look past him. But any of the the top 4, 5, 6, 7 cars at the top here can get a good start and be in a really good position to capitalise on those playoff points. But we do have those drivers highlighted tonight in the driver tower in the white, so you can track those along tonight, your favourite playoff drivers.
As we come around there tonight, my prediction tonight, I believe the 5 of the 41 in 5th, the 41 for Tom Frere can get the victory. That's my prediction for the night for Synergy Sim Racing. The green flag's in the air. We hit the restart zone. We are racing at Kansas. As we see on the outside there, Kudo Dow get a really good start. Newman, he's already launched right up. He's up 3 positions already on the inside there. Looks like Riley Curtis there as well as we come around turn 2 onto the back straight array.
And drag race for the first time down the back stretch here into turns 3 and 4, and it looks like Newman's already trying to punch out to the front there. Already on the outside of Jason Martin in the 21, Kude Dahl sitting in there on the outside. Jason Holdsworth in the Nitro Racing number 8 sniffing around as well. He's looking to make a move on the inside of Martin here too. So these guys are going to try and sort into a rhythm early into this race. We've got to remember, around about 45 laps of fuel a tank in these trucks. So if this does go green, the strategy will really play out. But certainly a tight bunch coming down this back straight in the opening laps of this playoffs race here, Nige.
And the things you got to start to look out for too is some of these drivers who are not so good on the road courses, and we go road racing next week at the Roval. So a win for these oval specialists will become more and more important. That includes drivers like Jason Holdsworth, Riley Curtis, and who was the other one I was thinking of? I've lost my train of thought there. Dave Douglas as well. Those are the guys there, and he's not actually in the playoffs. I've lost my train of thought, but that's okay. We'll get there soon enough.
That's all right. Now, Borgie's moved up to P5 there, so we can currently see on the tower that the top 5 cars there are all playoff drivers. We've got Dave Douglas sitting there in 6, and he's in a sea of playoff drivers when you think about it, in the top 8 and, top 9 now as Griffiths moves up into the 9th position. So trying to stretch out the legs early with this race with Brad Newman coming down the back stretch here, and Jason Holdsworth just sitting in behind and trying to suss out where he's going to have the strengths and weaknesses over Brad as these laps start ticking over tonight here at Kansas.
The big story so far is our pole sitter there. Now, he has dropped 8 positions now. He's just out inside the top 10 at the moment in 9th. So unless he's got a little bit of engine trouble there or something wrong with that car, he's fallen back pretty quickly. But yeah, our biggest movers in the field so far has been Brad Newman in the 1. He's up 5. We've got Aaron Borgs up 5 positions as well. And also Tyler Williams. He's in 16th at the moment. He's up 7.
Yeah, absolutely, and keep an eye on Tyler Williams later on in the race. He'll be charging up the field as well. He's back in the 16th position, up those 7 spots, as you said there, Nige, but he'll be coming. As you referred to earlier with Martin there, it looks like he might be dropping back just a little bit there. Might be strategy starting to play out, or if he might be trying to save the fuel and tyre early as the guys out front race ahead. So we look at Tom Freer now looking up the inside of Kute Dahl down the back straight, so he wants to have a go. Brian Borg having a look at both, but he's going to try and go with Freer here on that inside line. Dahl staying high, and Dave Douglas having a sniff there on the inside too.
Well, there's Tom Frere. He had the fastest first sector last lap as well with a 15.03 through that section, so he is on the move there in that truck at the moment. Aaron Borg just sits in behind him as well. But the win here tonight, like I've been saying, will be very, very important going into the Roval next week. Like I said, if you're out there watching online, make sure you give your predictions as well. And yeah, we'll get to all them during the races. Be right on board here with Dave Douglas here, currently in 5th position at the moment. He started in 7th tonight in the 10 for Big Double D, chasing down Aaron Borg as being lap 7 of 128.
Yeah, and we can see Dave just sitting there and in behind Aaron, and it's pretty tight, this pack group of cars already. Sorry, I pushed my mic button there. Yeah, just a group of cars down the back straight. You can see the Project 36 cars are all lying astern there as well. And then there's a bit of a gap back to this kind of secondary pack of cars down around about 17th and further down. So starting to see these cars maybe separate into 2 packs here.
We also should mention too, we've got another Third starter in the field tonight is the 71 car of Harry Taylor. He's racing out of the UK as well, so we welcome Harry to the series for his first start tonight in that pretty slick machine there too. Bit of sunrise, bit of black on the back. It looks absolutely, the A-Shock Energy car, bit of Napa on there as well. So yeah, we welcome Harry to the series as well.
Yeah, it's always nice to have new international drivers into the series, and for a high caliber series of this, people want to start racing it. So it's great to see the Americans and the UK contenders joining at ungodly hours of the morning to race with these guys tonight.
Now, as we look as well as Tom Freer was the fastest through sector 1 last lap as well. He was 2/10 slower though than Brad Newman, so he is faster through the first part of the lap, and when it comes to the second part, Brad Newman and Jason Holdsworth do pull away a little bit more, so that is something to keep an eye on. Have these guys out front burn their tyres up a little bit too early, and we'll come back to the pack later on in the run. You'll probably start to see where everyone's really at around about lap 30 to 35 when the tyres start to go off. You'll start to see where everyone's setups are at and strategies are at, so we'll keep an eye on that throughout the race. Yeah,
speaking of setups and strategies, on board here with Tom Freer, he's 0.1 of a second quicker than Brad Newman that time around. We've got to remember that Brad up front he will be burning a little bit more fuel and tyre leading this race. So these two guys are the ones to watch in behind here with Holdsworth and Freer. They're running along, and then you've got Brian Borg, and Dave Douglas is on the move again. He's now up into the top 5 and pushing Aaron Borg down the back straight. A bit of Morse code on the rear bar there, looking to the inside. And Borgie just drifts up high. So they're going to drag race down this tri-oval section here, and might get it done into turn 1.
As we go too wide here between these cars, and as we see throughout the field now, it's starting to spread right out now as Kudo Dow tries to get on the inside there. Kudo Dow's had another cracking season so far, into the round of 12 again. He did make the round of 8 last season as well, so he'll be looking to hopefully get into that championship race this year as part of his growth throughout the series. This is his first year with the series. Definitely a contender for Rookie of the Year, which we will reward at the end of the season. I'll give my words out eventually, and as we see, the truck series is always a good series to start in and get yourself involved with the series and make your way up.
Absolutely, he's had a cracking season so far. Kude Dahl, playoff driver, currently sitting in 6th in this race, so a great rookie campaign for him, and he's been one to watch, and it's been fun to race with all season so far. And it looks like he's just having a look on the inside here of Aaron Borg, as Borg does utilise that higher line. Got a bit more momentum down the straight here, but in those corners, definitely Couté is going to have the advantage sliding through on that apron, and he does have also, it looks like Riley Curtis and Junior also on the rear as well. So those guys are up into 7th, 8th and 9th at the moment. So this is this little battle pack here, and as we can see with Borg down the back stretch here, he gets that little bit of momentum and run off the corner, but going in here, this is where you'll see Couté Dahl get a little bit more of an advantage as he gets down lower into the corner, but they're definitely drag racing it out, and he hasn't got the move done yet.
Right on board here with 194 of Ryan Barber, young junior, as Andy has been saying. He's having another cracking season. He's having another cracking season as well. Some good top 3 results for him in his first full-time year with us this year, so he's having a cracking year. We've also got Riley Curtis behind him as well. But the thing that to look out for at the moment is the massive amount of Project 36 cars that are on the march. We've got David Lawler, Angus Lawford, Brendan Griffiths, and Jamie Davis, all in 4 of them. Oh, hold it. Because he's got a little bit loose there going through the tri-oval. Commentators curse, you should say. Oh, but yeah, those guys there have been getting stronger. Oh. Wow.
I tell you what, he did a good job to save that through the tri-over there on the grass and straighten it up. But yeah, that track re-entry is a little bit tricky once you come off the grass with hot tyres. So it's a little bit hard to see. A little bit unfortunate there. We'll go have a look at the replay here, and so we can see the Project 36 car here just coming back up the track. It's hard to turn. He would be trying to turn left and just got creamed in the back by Tim Blundell, unfortunately. Oh. And Tyler Williams, a bit of a lick of the ice cream too.
Yeah, I think they exchanged phone numbers there. Going into turn number 1, a bit of damage there on the 36. The 6 car, a bit of the 4 car doesn't look like it's not too bad, but we'll keep an eye on pit road now because everyone will be hunting to head down pit road. Whoa!
Yeah, unfortunately, Timo Blundell, he just had nowhere to go there, unfortunately, just with the nature of some of these circuits as well. You've got to remember, too, that the Project 36 car is on a flat surface and the cars on track are on the banked surface, so it's certainly hard to turn left when you're on the apron.
As pit stops, well, Brad Newman staying out. Oh. We need a replay of that. That was funny. I reckon Holdsworth was looking to go down pit road and then all of a sudden realised Newman wasn't going down. And then what do you know?
I was going to say that's a quick response rate, reflex rate from Jace there because, it was kind of last minute there and you could tell, but he just read it nicely and kept out to run with the same strat as he is. See pit lanes coming alight now as well with pit stops.
So as I was saying before, 3 sets of tyres now, so a lot of these guys will have 2 sets left. So what's the strategy now? They'll probably have to keep hold of a set now to do at least another 50 laps, which will take them to lap, I'd say 69 to 70. Then they'll have to put another set on to see if they can keep a set to the end. So that's one thing to look out for strategy now is that number, lap 70 to 75. That should be enough then to get you to the end, but then you also want to keep a spare set of tyres for the green-white checker. As we look at here at the playoff picture, now the Project 36 cars, you've got Angus Lawford and Jamie Davis, and there's only probably 10 spots in it. So if these cars are not, the difference between a top 10 or a top 20 is huge. So Kuto Dow, he's below the cutoff line, so he'll be looking for a good result as well. He's probably hoping for a top 5 finish. And you've got Tom Frere as well, and Ryan Barber as well. He's got the points there. He just needs to bank points tonight. He just needs a good result, both for those guys, and Brad Newman as well. Just a good solid top 5, top 10 finish, and they should be able to see themselves through to the next round.
Absolutely, and the ones to really pay attention to are underneath that red cut line there. So Riley Curtis, Kute Dahl, Brandon Griffiths and Tyler Williams, those guys are in the danger zone. So look out for them tonight. They'll definitely be trying to get themselves up into the top 8 there into the next round.
As we see the cars now coming around there, the pace car lights are off. We're going to go green this time, by, so we're going to have Newman and Holdsworth. The top 7 cars, the top 7 cars are all playoff drivers. Then 9th is Jamie Davis, and then 12th is Tom Frere. So a slow stop there for Tom Frere. He was the slowest on pit road as well. But just remember too, the cars that didn't pit were Brad Newman, Jason Holdsworth, Aaron Borg, Ryan Barber, Kute Dow, Riley Curtis and Brian Blundell. So those cars have not hit pit road. So we're going to see the tyre difference here as we go to the restart zone, and we'll see what's underneath, and then we'll also start to see what changes these cars are going to have to make at the next pit stop.
100%, and the cars that just took the pit stop to naturally they got better tyres and they're heavier, but the cars in front, they got worse tyres and they're lighter. So here we go, we're about to get ready for the first restart of the night. Brad Newman v Holdsworth on the front row as they take off, and it looks like Aaron Borg running in third. Got a really good start there on the inside of Jason, and actually gets a move done just before they get into turn 1 here. So a very good move there by Borg, and Jason Holdsworth sliding back into that third notch. Not sure if we lost Nigel or not.
Am I back?
Yeah, we got you.
I'm back. Sorry, guys. I had to plug my headset in. It went flat.
That's all right. There's a lot going with the 10 seconds that you went away. It looks like Jason Holdsworth's now back in the P2 position. And I've got to remember to keep calling junior Ryan Barber for this race, but he's slotted up into the 3rd position, and Borg tucked in behind. It's on down the back straight, almost 3 wide here. So this is going to be interesting. Tom Frere is going to do a send down the inside here. Look at this, 3 abreast. Aaron Borg up high, Kude in the middle, and it looks like Dave Douglas as well is coming along for the ride.
We see the battle between Brad Newman and Jason Holdsworth up the front now. As we look at the picture at the moment, Tom Frere in 3rd at the moment. He is on fresher tyres. So look out for him. Dave Douglas is on fresh tyres. And also look out for Angus Lawford. Now, I think he only took fuel only. at the last stop, so he probably doesn't have fresh tyres. So yeah, look out for Tom Freer now. He'll probably end up in the lead of this race. The Project 36 cars are coming up there as well, getting the high line to work. Oh, Jason Holdsworth sends it back down on the inside there.
Yeah, Tom Freer now going for the lead and gets the job done on Newman and Dave Douglas up to second. You can really see that new rubber coming into play here, which is great because this splits the fuel strat and the tyre strategy as well. And looks like Dave is right on the back here of the new leader, Tom Freer, in the 41. He's going to go down the inside and get this done. I think he's going to get it done easily, and he does. And Dave Douglas now to the lead in the Nitro Racing machine.
Tom Freer now just kind of slot on that inside there. You get that right on the back of there of Dave Douglas. On the outside there, looks like Aaron Borg's gone right up high. So far he is starting to play the strategy game a little bit. Probably going to save a little bit of fuel too, because he has not pitted yet. So every lap's going to count. If this will end up only being a 2-stop race now, as we ride on board on the back of Dave Douglas in the 10 car now. And also too, Nitro Racing is one of our major sponsors for the truck series this year. For all your setup needs, join the garage at discord.gg/Nitro Racing. For all of your Cup, Xfinity and truck setups, head over there and head to the shop. They'll be more than happy to sort you out if you're just getting started in iRacing or you're a seasoned veteran. Go check out Nitro Racing.
Absolutely, and just remember too, we're live on the YouTube, the A&E Truck Series, lap 26 of 128, round 12 of Kansas with the playoffs here. So make sure you let us know in the comments as Tom Pritchard gets very, very close to the back of Brad Newman. He's going to try and get that done. Once again, the case of the new rubber there, but he should be able to get that by.
Up 13 positions as well for Tom Pritchard now in the 91. He's up 13. We've also the biggest movers of Tyler Williams. After that incident there just before with Brendan Griffiths, he's now back up into the top 10. He's up 16 positions in 7th. And Noddy Tompkins is up 15. We've got Brenton Henderson up 13. Oh!
Yeah, no love lost between those two, but it's great to see them banging doors and swapping a bit of paint there. But yeah, they're definitely they're fighting for playoff positions here, both playoff drivers, so the gloves are off.
At the moment, though, Tyler Williams has to probably win this race to make it through to the next round, as he did miss last week, and I think he's missing next week too. I could be wrong on that, but he needs to win tonight to advance to the next round.
Yeah, absolutely, and I did recall seeing Tyler just quite down the order a few laps ago, and now he's already punching up around the 7th position now, so he's definitely on the move and making his own strategy work here. And I think Aaron Borg running up high there, I think he just tried to get out of the way of some of those faster cars coming through the pack, and on that split strategy, that was very close, Kute Dahl. And Riley Curtis down the back stretch there. We can see Noddy Tompkins in this sister Nitro car there on the inside, having a look on the inside of Kute as well. So there's battle packs happening all around the track within the 28 truck field tonight.
100%. As we sit to the head of the YouTube chat, we've got some I think some of the Barber household. I'm not probably a bit surprised that Andy's in the booth with me tonight. We've also got Go Taylor. We've got some Taylor fans out there with Taylor Harris, and looks like he's had connection issues as well. Then we've got Trent Laval. Awesome to be in the naughty corner. Well, Trent, don't be shy. Jump in the booth. More the merrier. Let's have some fun.
Come join me in the naughty corner. Yeah, I think Trent and myself were the only two ones that got smacked with the big stick this week. So yeah.
We'll see Andy. We'll see Andy and Trent back out there next week on the Roval, hopefully fighting for the win. As Tyler Williams now on the inside there of Brad Newman down the back straight away.
Yeah, he's having a look down the inside here. Bit of a gap to the car in front, but he's going to get that move done. Brad Newman just goes up high, and Holdsworth tucking in behind there. So Tyler Williams now up to 4th. That's a great run so far on his current strategy.
100%, but then also too that these guys have to start. I think they've got one less set of tyres now than Brad Newman, Jason Holdsworth, Ryan Barber, Aaron Borg, Kude Dow and Riley Curtis. But at the moment, they are falling back through the field, but they will make those positions back later on in the run.
Yep, that's the beauty of the strategy and taking a risk and rolling the dice and seeing how it does play out towards the end. But only one caution here tonight so far, so it looks like we're going to have a lot of green flag running tonight. So very good chance of seeing all these strategies play out. And given that it's around about 45 laps a tank per fuel, that caution around lap 19 or 20 earlier this evening could really make it a two-stopper home from here. So will fuel come into play? Will we see some saving? We don't know. But definitely half the field is on strat to the other half.
As we see in the chat, Trent Lavelle said he can't join us in the booth tonight. He's on the road. We'll drive safe there, Trent, and we'll see you back on the track next Thursday night. As we see Brenton Henderson here for SRM now. He's up into 8th position now on the back of their Noddy Tompkins. But yeah, that's the thing we've got to start to look out for as well. As this track also, we're heading into the night, the track's going to get colder. So making those pit adjustments and spring adjustments and tyre pressures at your next pit stop is going to be absolutely paramount to this. We always rinds into the wall.
Yeah, grinding that top little section of the wall. Speaking of spring adjustments, I know Junior made a couple, Ryan Barber made a couple a few races ago, and sometimes it did tidy it up and gave him more turn, but in other cases it goes the wrong way and it kind of loosens the car too much. So very, very fine adjustments to be made on these cars during the pit stop can make all the difference. 100%,
and the beauty of this series is it's based on, as I said on Tuesday night, it is based on the iRacing schedule, so you can actually race in the officials all week, and then you can come into these races. Always Jason Holdsworth gets a little bit loose there coming out of turn 4. So the beauty of the series is you can race all week in the officials, then come and race with us at the end of the week with the best drivers in Australia, and all those adjustments that you make during the official races do work in these races too. So that's the beauty of this here, that you can practice all week and bring your best game face and the best foot forward to try to take home victory.
That's right, and that's the beauty of open setup truck racing here, is it looks like Noddy's got the job done there on Brad Newman. So we're probably going to expect these guys to come in around about 7-8 laps time. Those guys that stayed out, there hasn't been a secondary caution now, so will be starting to run out of fuel as they start to fade back a little further into the pack with the tyre degradation as well. So soon we should be able to see some pit stops happening on the pit road.
100% in the 13 car as well. That's a nice paint. Who's 13? Brenton Henderson. That's a nice looking paint on that there, I will admit. Currently in 6th position there at the moment. He's up 19 positions as well. Noddy Tompkins is having a cracking run, and he's up 21 positions in 5th. 19 positions up for Tyler Williams in 4th, and Tom Pritchard at the moment in 3rd. He's up 13.
Yeah, Tom's doing pretty good on the pit strategy with the tyre and the fuel top up, so he's starting to charge ahead, and we'll see how that plays out as we look here at Noddy Tompkins in the Nitro machine on the inside of Tyler Williams here, coming out of 3 and 4, still side by side. Looks like Tyler's going to have that little bit of the momentum, but he tries to get down on the apron right beside Noddy, but I think Noddy might have the edge here and get that job done, but Tyler's going to make it as hard as he can.
100%. It's a big car. It's a big thing of cars here with Newman as well as Holdsworth as well. And yeah, don't be shy to have any comments in the chat. A lot of the Barber households in the chat there tonight. Got any embarrassing stories about our co-commentator here? Don't be shy to put them in the for the chat. Good time to embarrass our good man Andy.
Does this when I tell all my friends to log off now, or? You're right on board here with Jason Holdsworth sitting in behind Brad Newman here, currently in 8th, started 3rd. So these two are still glued together. They're just a little bit down the order now, and it looks like Douglas, Freer and Pritchard have all checked out at the moment, but we've got this little pack happening here, and Brad Newman would be liking this a little bit because he would be saving fuel, as is Jace, so just trying to stretch those laps out as much as possible with this group of cars.
And the thing is, the tyre difference that those leaders have had are now gone. So if we look at the last lap times, 31.52 for Dave Douglas, and there's only about 2 to 3 tenths a second faster than Holdsworth and Newman and those guys who did not take tyres. So that difference in the tyres now are starting to wear off. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next 4 to 5 laps when these guys go down pit road. Will they come down as well? Oh, that car gets a little bit loose there, the 13.
Yeah, well, it's all to play out over the next few laps, but things look like they've kind of settled down a little bit. And having a look at the 13, just hanging on the back there at Holdsworth as well, so he'll be wanting to go along with them. It'll be interesting to see if he does pit at the same time. with that. And another check on the weather here. We do have the wind at 2 miles an hour, 4 kilometres an hour, with clear conditions here tonight. And everyone loves a night race, especially at Kansas, one of my favourite states in America.
Never been there myself.
Oh, I've been there plenty of times.
Well, I don't think there's any cyclones here tonight. There might be some cyclones and tornadoes and truck, but there's none out there on the outskirts there at the moment. But you know, things are starting to heat up here at the moment as we see another battle here between these two guys. But no, we go back in the field here as well. The 52 Project 36 car as well. There's also too. We also got Nick Burling in the field tonight. He's up in 24th position as well in the 016. He's a now major sponsor for the BMG X Series, the Burling Motor Group. So it's good to see Nick out there having a good run tonight. He's currently in 24th, started 19th. Give him a bell. He's got some of the nicest cars in Australia.
Yeah, give him a bell. Yeah, definitely. If you want a car, he's definitely the man to see here. It looks like Tyler Williams now getting out the way a little bit here, and it looks like Newman's now got back by Tyler and is in between Holdsworth now having a look up the inside. All kind of closes the door on the tyre, but that was close.
Oh, 100% it was. As we see the battle there between, in the inside there of Tyler Williams. Will he get the pass done or not this time by? I'd say let's see what happens this time. He gets to his... Oh!
Yeah.
Moves him out of the way, makes the pass done, and that makes Jason up into 6th at the moment. Brad Newman's back into the top 5.
So we're up to lap 46 of 128 here, so we should be seeing some trucks starting to run out of fuel and enter the pit road very, very shortly, I should imagine.
Said, and another car that we need to give a quick mention to is the 777 of Kelvin Clark, riding up there in the top 15 at the moment. Now he's come to the series not knowing too much about the oval side, and he's given it a crack every single week he's here. And at the moment he's running the top 15 for 1-9 in the 777. As we see pit stop starting to happen, Riley Curtis is down pit lane.
There we go, Riley Curtis, first one in the pit road to get fuel and tyres. So people will know this and they'll see this, and they'll be able to try and react to it as well. We'll see who has got the best fuel mileage here and who gets it the next couple of laps out. But it looks like Brad Newman now, getting a little bit loose in the apron, trying to get it in there after a full run. You've got to remember these trucks are super, super light, just about out of fuel and also out of tyre.
As we see Ryan Barber's down as well, and Aaron Borg is down as well. Let's see when Jason Holdsworth comes down pit lane. He'll probably come down next time by. Brian Blundell's down as well. So we'll start to see what these lap times are like on Riley Curtis very shortly, because he was the first man out. So we'll keep an eye on these lap times in the next 2 to 3 laps and see what the difference is going to be as we ride on board there with Dave Douglas. Now these guys can go another 19 to 20 laps, so these guys won't come down to pit lane until about lap 70.
Well, it looks like Jason Holdsworth's done a epic job on the fuel save there, because he's now on the second lap more than what Brad was there. So I guess probably sitting in behind him during that stint and saving the tyre. I think he's trying to communicate that he might pit this time round, but just goes to show you that sitting in behind there when Brad was running at the front at the top of the motor race here this evening at Kansas, that he did save 1 or 2 little more laps more as he comes into the pit road here.
Sends it in hard too. Gets it down in time. It's Kudo Towers behind him as well. And also too, as we look at the front of there, Noddy Tompkins and Tom Pritchard are having a good run there in 3rd and 4th as well. Tom Pritchard, the super speedway specialist, as I say. And Noddy Tompkins back into the series this year as well after a little short break. It's good to see him out there as well. But Dave Douglas is in the lead at the moment. Now, as I was talking about lap times before, the last lap there of Riley Curtis was a 30.91, and the leaders at the moment are doing 31.91. So it's about a second a lap quicker at the moment, Riley Curtis, than the leaders at the moment. So it's not going to take long for this full field to come back into their natural order that they were before.
That's right, and this is where essentially the tide is going to turn in the race with these guys that were initially faster after that stop. Very close between Borg, Barber 3 wide there. On the outside of the 136 car, it looks like the 194 Slack Creek Carby's truck has got the move done in front of Aaron, and having a look on the inside here of Riley Curtis from the Nitro Racing.
You see, coup d'etat, he just says, no, you guys can just go. I'm just going to move off the track and let you go. And got the battle here between Ryan and Aaron Borg at the moment. The two teammates for the Super Speedway Series. Oh! Oh, man, this is close.
Very close. Aaron Borg right on the hammer of Ryan Barber there in the 194. Started 9th, currently 19th on that different strategy now. So these guys will be marching up through the field. And as I said, the seesaw effect of the guys that pitted earlier, they will have now the lighter fuel and the worn tyre. And these guys should start marching up towards the front now.
And they will, as Aaron Borg's on the inside there, Ryan Barber, as we see the 136 of David Lawler come down pit road, running in the top 10 tonight in the 136 car. Good running so far for the Project 36 cars. There's a couple of them so far in the top 10 before the pit cycle. We'll add they'll be we'll all cycle around and everything will be back to normal here at the moment, as we see Ryan Barber now back on the inside there of Aaron Borg. These guys have been fighting all night. Now, Aaron Borg does like that high line right up against the fence, so we'll just wait a couple more laps and you'll see him head straight back up there. So a great little battle here between Ryan and Aaron.
Yeah, that's right. And he is favouring that midline momentum there. And as you said, these guys have been glued together all night, Aaron Borg and Ryan Barber here. And fresh new teammates for the upcoming Super Speedway Series. So I don't know if you want to elaborate on that or not, Nigel. But yeah, these two are going to join forces in the one car for that event. But not tonight. The gloves are off. It looks like Matty Ray just in front there. From SRM. He's going to stay up high and move out the way and let these two through as they march up through on that much better rubber.
Yeah, 100%. No, at the end of the season, once everything's started to settle down, once the ANC's finished and the Truck Series is finished and the X Series, every series is finished, as we see Tom Frere now down pit road once again. Now, he did pit on lap 18, so he's coming down for his second set of tyres. This is going to be an interesting strategy call for that there. He's going to have to make them last as long as he possibly can, as we see another battle here between Ryan Barber and Aaron Borg here at the moment for what position we are? 17th, 18th and 19th. Jason Holdsworth just in front there as well. So yeah, as I was 100%, they're a lot quicker. The last lap for these guys here was a 30.79. The leader lap was 31.97, 1.2 seconds quicker than the leader at the moment for Aaron Borg. But I just was going to elaborate on the Super Speedway Series at the end of the season. We'll get to the Super Speedway Series in a minute. We'll stick with this battle at the moment.
Yeah, that's just Borgie saying, hello, I'm here. And just Morse coding him down the back. And yeah, well, I mean, if you're not going to go faster, get out the way. So you know how it goes.
That was exchanging phone numbers so they can work on pit strategy for the Super Speedway Series. We'll touch on that a little bit later as we see Tom Frere come back through the field as well. He's currently...
Sorry, no.
No, you go.
No, it's just interesting to see what Tommy Frere's lap times are going to be on these new rubber. So he's just gone into the pit road. He's got a fresh tank and he's got fresh rubber. So it'll be interesting to see what laps he can punch out in the next 2 or 3 laps. And he will be riding that inside line and passing cars like there's no tomorrow. As you can see, his last lap was 103.5 and the leader lap is a 32.2. Oh, there we go. That's the out lap with the pit stop naturally. There we go. The last lap 30.4 there. So the leader lap 30.2. So definitely a time difference there and a big margin and a gap.
100% as we see Marty Mitchell on the 651 starting to head down pit road. Green flag pit stops are important. You cannot stuff them up because there goes Noddy. Then he is actually in second position at the moment. So that just shows you the time difference. But yeah, you cannot stuff up pit road here under green flag. 1 or 2 seconds extra on pit lane could be the difference between you being first or 10th.
Absolutely, and this is Jason Martin and Angus Lawford come into the pit road. At this stage of the race, it takes a lot of race smarts to know who you're racing and kind of read who's on the strategy and who isn't. And just trying to work out where you sit. But Tom Frere's on an absolute tear at the moment now at the back of Dave Douglas up the inside on the apron of the Southern Stars entry. Tom Pritchard there. So bit of a seesaw effect starting to happen here. But with the green flag racing in that early portion, it's really changed it up for tonight, which is great to see.
100%. And there's one thing Tom Freer has always been working on now. He's come from a road background into the oval series, and he's one of the things he's been working on all year. He's been tyre strategy and tyre management is one thing he always talks about during the post-race interviews when he does finish feature in the top three. It's all about him. Want to learn more. I want to learn more about tyre management. And right now will be a great to see, especially being that far back in the pack with the rest of them at pit, how that tyre management training has been going. We got Double D. He's flying at the moment. Last lap, 30.13. Fastest man on track. And Tom Freer at 30.21. So both those cars are on the move.
Yeah, they're on an absolute rip now. And as we can see, he's starting to get the job done and rip away from Jason Holdsworth there. So he gets the move done going into one. So Tom Freer and Dave Douglas in tandem. Two very fast trucks to hit tonight at Kansas.
We're right on board there with Jason Holdsworth. Currently in 10th, started in 3rd at the moment. He'll be the first. Brad Newman will be the first car that's been down pit road since that caution on 47 at the moment. He came down on lap 47. Dave Douglas was down on 57, and Tom Freer was down on 55. And Jason Holdsworth was 49. Ryan Barber was 47.
Yes, we're going to see how this works out towards the back end of the race, and the fuel, it's going to be pretty close. And as you say, it's playoff time. It's round 12 of the playoffs, so every point, as you say, is critical here for these guys.
Jamie Davis is down pit road as well in the 92. He's also in the playoffs at the moment, so he's trying to get a good result tonight. He tried to go as long as he possibly can. So if we look at the playoff picture at the moment, in that top 10 there at the moment, you've really only got Ryan Barber, Holdsworth, Freer, Newman and Williams in there. As we see, Dave Douglas gets the pass done on Newman on the inside. As Dave Douglas is only here to try to win. He's not in the playoff picture at the moment. He's just racing because he wants to win races, but just behind him, you can just see Tom Freer in the picture as well. Those guys are trying to get as many points as they can. As Tyler Williams in the 6 is just about to hit pit road.
Yeah, it looks like Junior's just up riding out the wall there at 4 and just tucked in behind Kute there. Oh, Tyler Williams got all crossed up. I was actually going to say the pit road entries tonight have been spot on by all the drivers. It's especially after the full stint. So, Tom Freer now on the inside of Brad Newman getting that move done. But I don't know if I saw one of Tyler Williams' wheels go over that white painted line on the pit entry.
I was about to say that myself. I'm not too sure that's going to be a legitimate stop there. We'll find out soon if he has to go back down pit road, as we see the battle between the 13 and the 83 here between Henderson and Newman and Matty Raymond there. In the 83 car as well, and you've got Aaron Dorman just around him in 16th as well for Australia-wide racing.
Yeah, Brenton's doing really well, 14th position there, and you can't miss his truck with that livery. Tommy Pritchard now in for Southern Stars, taking some rubber and getting that pit stop done. And it looks like Dave Douglas still on the charge into P2.
As we see Freer now, he's up in the 4th position. Now, he is the first car on the pit, so as the chat's gone a bit crazy at the moment. When these cars all cycle through, Freer will have the lead of the race, so we'll keep an eye on him as well to see those lap times as well. But yeah, there's some good results coming in through too, with 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th. The other cars you're going to watch there between Kute Dow, Ryan Barber, Aaron Borg and Riley Curtis, because there's a massive battle starting to happen between those guys.
That's right, there's still 7 playoff drivers in this top 10 here, as well as Douglas leads the way over Tom Freer. So we can see 2nd, 3rd and 4th are all playoff drivers. Davis and Blundell, they're in the mix as well. And Dahl, Barber, Borg and Curtis, all playoff drivers. As the 0 on 4 now drops down to the pit road, Lee Davis.
He's bad, but he's taking the long way around as we also see Zach Blundell come down pit road as well. This is his first season with us. Another Blundell. I think there's 3 of them in the field tonight. So we see Dave Douglas there, just making another pass there on the 777 to put him another lap down at the moment. So at the moment though, this is still anybody's race. There's a lot of strategy that's going to start to play out. I'm starting to think the fuel savings is going to start to come into it now. I don't, well, accommodator's curse, I'm going to say, but the green flags, every time this field starts to spread out, do decrease significantly.
That's right. No, we've got 58 to go here, and there's battles all over the place as Riley Curtis in the 93 Nitro machine makes a move on the inside of the 43 Aaron Borg there and gets that job done. So that slots him up into the 7th position. Around about 11.6 seconds behind the leader there, currently 7th. And Riley's done a good job tonight, and he's in the playoffs, and he's in the pointy end of the field and running that straight out. But as you do say, Nigel, I don't think there might be a bit too many laps to go to try and make it to the end, but might be able to make a fuel save. You never know.
I think the number's about lap 80. If you can get to lap 80, I think you can also get the you can make it to the end, as we see a pass there between the 136 and the 52 of Angus Lawford. Angus Lawford's having an absolute cracking season. Last season he had a really good season too. Just a little bit of bad luck. Commentators curse again. A little bit of bad luck last season. Wrong place, wrong time, a lot of time. But he's featured in the playoffs this year as well. He's looking to get into the top 8 for the very first time as well. There's also too, look at Riley Curtis. He did make the final 4 last year as well. But then there's also drivers like Kude Tao and Ryan Barber that do want to go deep into the playoffs as well. But getting this win tonight will be absolutely critical going into the Roval next week.
That's right, and bit of heartbreak there for Tyler Williams. He's out of the race now, down on the order. He's just ticking away with laps, so I'm not sure what happened there in pit road, or if he did get a black flag there or what, but looks like the number 6 is out of the race.
I think he would have got a black flag. So it looked like to me that he crossed that white line and hit the cone. So I wouldn't be too surprised if he had to serve a black flag. Nothing came up on the radio though, so it must be business as usual, or the fact is that he might be a little bit disappointed with the results so far.
Yeah, on board here with Southern Stars, the 91, Tommy Pritchard, currently in the 16th position, just moved up into 15th. He does have Noddy Tompkins just ahead of him as well, and he's just made his pit stop, so he'll be firing and tearing through the pack here as well. So he'll just be trying to work out what the best way to get around these two cars is, but Noddy Tompkins there on the apron. So Tom opts to sit in the draft there and try and slingshot his way through into turn 1 down here on the inside of Aaron Dorman.
Well, Tom Pritchard's last lap was a 31.54, so he's lapping the same as what the leaders are at the moment, so it's not going to take him long to get back through the field. He's now back onto that lead lap. The only cars a lap down at the moment are Jamie Davis, Kelvin Clark, McKernan, Nick Burling, Zach Blundell, Lee Davis, David Lawler, Marty Mitchell, Brendan Griffiths, unfortunately, when he had that little incident earlier in the race. Tyler Williams, I think, was a pit lane infringement. We got Harry Taylor, who did have connection issues, and we got Tim Blundell as well.
Yeah, it always kind of, you run the risk of that when you're an international driver and the distances and the pings and stuff, so a little bit unfortunate for Harry Taylor here tonight in 71, but we'll move our focus back to Tom Pritchard on the back of Noddy Tompkins here. Now he's moved up to 14th, and thought he might have got a little bit closer, but looks like Noddy's doing a great job of holding him back there for that position.
As we also see, there's battles going all around the field at the moment, as we see the field start to spread out as well. But yeah, look at the field now, as all the pit cycles have now all come back into it now, and we're all back on running again with Dave Douglas back in the lead. He's got a 4-second lead there on Tom Frere. Now, last lap alone, Tom Frere was 2/10 slower than Dave Douglas. So Dave Douglas is running away with it here at the moment. That clean air is king.
Yeah, that's right, and we continue to see that that seesaw effect of the strategy play out, where it's kind of like a rubber band. You'll have the guys running long, and they come in, and then they'll slingshot up the field as the other guys fade back. So, getting towards the pointier end to the race, it's going to be interesting to see when the strategy is going to play out, and more importantly, how much fuel these guys need to take, because that might make a lot of difference with the time in the pit stop.
Oh, 100% as well. And then what do a lot of these drivers do as well? We got the playoff, we got the Roval next week, a road course into the playoffs for this time around. Do a lot of these drivers who are very good at road racing say, well, this is going to be a points race for me. I'm just going to bank points. I'm not going to try to go for the win. Or you've got the other drivers out there that know that they're not very good on road courses, so they have to put everything on the line tonight to get that win to get them through to the next round. So all the different strategies and crew chiefs and the teams will be working behind the scenes of what's going to be the best strategy forward, with only coming up now to just on 49 laps to go. I had to do my maths.
Yeah, how's your maths there, Nige? It's a little bit hard to think about it on the fly. Just remember, too, we're also live, the A&E Truck Series on YouTube. So let us know in the comment section who you're going to back to win tonight as we ride on board here with Dave Douglas, the Nitro Machine, the leader of the race from Central Queensland. Quite a fun character, one of my favourite drivers in the field as he looks down the inside of the 86 Blundell.
Yellow flag is out.
Got a caution.
Lead.
It's like the 014 entry there, and Nick Burling as well, 016. So we'll have to go back and have a look at the replay here. But second caution of the night here at Kansas for round 2 of the playoffs, and that changes everything in terms of the strategy. So let's have a look here on the replay. Nick Burling on the outside there, and just comes down, and a little bit of side contact and front contact there. And once those cars go around to the 180 degree or past the 45, that's when the caution comes out. So caution 2 here at Kansas tonight.
You see, just an unfortunate incident there. Nick Burling just didn't quite see that he was just on his inside there as he heads down, and unfortunate contact there. Whoa, goes around there, and heavy damage on the 016. Not too much damage there on the 014 that I can see, but yeah, unfortunate there for Nick Burling and Lee Davis there, and those cars will be pretty much damaged and gone for the night.
Yeah, absolutely. And the slight side contact at the start was probably salvageable, but that when they get connected at the rear, that's when it goes all pear-shaped, as we see now a flurry of pit lane activity. So this changes it all now. This changes the strategy. All these guys are going to come in and get fuel and tyres, so it'll put a lot of the drivers back on even keel with the ones that were undercutting them just prior to the caution.
100%, but there are drivers now that are taking their last set of tyres too. So this is going to be very, very interesting. If this stays green and goes to the end, strategy call would be right. But if you're going to have another late race caution, there are going to be guys that will be quicker at the end. So those strategy calls will all be still starting to play out now. And also remember too, we're also live tonight on YouTube. We're live on Facebook, and we're also live on Twitch. So if you've got any comments there, if you're watching live on Facebook or Twitch, don't be shy to put them in the comments, and we'll see them there here in the booth. And and welcome. And if you're also on the YouTube, don't be shy to tell us what your predictions are going to be with only. I can't work that out on the fly. I have to wait till the 47 laps to go.
Yeah, you're getting better. You're getting better. Shout out to Trent Lavelle, RJ, and Vortex Sim Sports on the comments in the YouTube. So yeah, definitely hit up that chat and let us know who your favourite driver is, who you're backing to win round 12 here of the playoffs for the A&E Truck Series. And under caution here for the second caution of the night, lap 83 at 128. Let's have a quick look at the playoff standings of round 12 after New Hampshire, and Brian Borg with that advantage. Brad Newman in behind, 24 points. Tom Freer, very, very tight top 3 there. So these guys all up the pointy end, going to get the boxing gloves out tonight. And Ryan Barber, Angus Lawford, Jamie Davis, those guys up there as well. So the ones to pay attention to, Riley Curtis, Kute Dahl, Brandon Griffiths, and unfortunately Tyler Williams there might be out of those playoffs. But Curtis, Dahl, and Griffiths, they're ones to watch for tonight.
100%, and Jason Holdsworth just below the cut line too. Pace car lights are off. We've got some Go Free, we've got some Freer fans out there. So we've got some Southern Stars fans out there too. 2 out of 3 ain't bad for the podium. Let's wait and see. Well, one of them is in the booth tonight, so they you could say they're a winner because they were in the booth already.
That's right.
Dave Douglas brings them to the line. We're coming out of turn 3, so we've got Douglas, Freer, Newman, Holdsworth, Kude Tao, Barber, Curtis, Martin, Pritchard, Borg, Lawford, Davis, Raymond, Dorman, Blundell, Henderson, Tompkins. There's your top 18. He hit the restart zone. Green flags in the air. Dave Douglas brings them to the line. We are racing once again here at Kansas.
Hammer down, and Dave Douglas, he gets the call of when he gets to go, so he does get that couple of truck lengths leading into turn 1, but there are a lot of fast trucks up the front here, so this is going to be an epic battle. We got Freer on the outside in Newman. It looks like Dave Douglas now cutting on the inside of the backstretch to cut him off and saying, nope, not this time, and holding him back. Very close. This is what we came to watch.
Freer, he's looking like he's got a loose race car there at the moment. Did he take tyres that pit stop? That's going to be the question. I think he did, because he seems to be a little loose at the moment. So that tells me that he didn't take tyres. But look, it looks like he's all right now. He's got them a bit warmed up there as well, as we see on the outside there. Brad Newman now getting a big push here by Dave Douglas. Had an epic battle at New Hampshire a couple of weeks ago. These two did. It was great to see. As Ryan Barber looks like he's going to head to that outside to see if that can work for him as well with Aaron Borg. He'll head up there as well. So we got a great battle there with the top 10. And look at the Project 36 guys just sitting there behind as well. Looks like Angus Lawford's back into the top 10. So we're going to be some great racing to finish it off.
Yeah, and what a battle we've got here. It looks like Dave Douglas is really, he's not having a bar of letting Newman pass, so he's definitely holding him off on that inside apron. And once again, like we've seen similar with Aaron Borg tonight, just riding on that middle line and riding that little bit more of an open line in behind Dave there, but he's in the draft of this pack, and you can't discount the pack of angry cars on the back of these guys. Lap 87 into turn 1, and you can see Newman very close to the back of Dave Douglas's truck. So Dave got him covered. He got the job done. But for how long? Newman and Holdsworth are behind. They're going to be hungry.
Oh, 100%. There's Trent LaFau in the comment. Wasn't the 8 all in for this race? 100% he's all in for this race. He'll have to race the Roval next week, which will be interesting to watch. And entertainment, Jason Holdsworth on the road course. I think that will get a lot of views just on its own. As Tom Freer and Ryan Barber, their battle here for 4th at the moment, as Ryan goes straight to that outside there. There's Jason Martin as well. So, and this is the thing about open setup racing for those that are new out there watching it too. There are some guys that got their setup set up so the inside line is faster for them, and there's some that's on the outside's faster for them, and they just got to make it work. That's the beauty of open setup racing. Everyone's different. You just have to bring the best setup to see if you can win the race.
Well, that's 100% correct, because even though we've got certain setups with our own team, we all drive cars differently. So what setup might suit me may not suit Junior, because we drive our trucks differently, and he's right on the back of Borg here. He's doing well in the top 6 there in the 194 Slack Street Carbies machine, right up the rear of Aaron Borg, and looking to make a move here. And Tom Freer in the 41 sitting in P4 there, but it looks like Dave Douglas has now stretched the legs around about 0.3 of a second over Brad Newman and Holdsworth in 3rd, but looks like Borg is getting really hungry on the rear of Tom Freer's 41 for that 4th position there.
Oh, 100%. And talking about setups there is the Project 36 guy. I've got their setup alliance now with Outlier Project, Outlier Co. I think that's what. As Riley gets in there, they've got the an alliance going on there with setups to help them get up here every single week, and it's starting to show too, because they put the practice in during the week, and so far there is 4 of their trucks inside the top 10.
And a great move there by the 43 on the 41, so he gets the job done, moves up to P4 there. Very tight pack. We can looking back from Aaron Borg's car, and we can see Tom Freer, we can see Ryan Barber back there being chased by 3 wide down the back stretch here, and quite a handful of Project 36 cars. Speaking of which, Angus Lawford in the 52 now, sending up the inside of the 194. So we'll see if he can get this done and try and annoy Junior and Tom Freer for a couple more positions.
100% is another good result here for Angus Lawford. He's due to have some good luck. He's had some bad luck over the season. He's due for some good luck as well on that 53, trying to get himself through to that round of 8. But he'll be one truck to look out for next week on the road courses, as he is a very good road course racer, Angus Lawford in the 52. But side by side here with the 194, Ryan Barber around turns 3 and 4 with Tom Freer there in the battle there with Aaron Borg as well. So we've got battles happening everywhere on the track now. Lap 92 of 128.
Tell you what, it doesn't look as intense as this when I'm usually sitting in the car. So is it always this intense on the outside?
100% it is.
I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack.
And this is why with the viewers tune in every week to see these guys battling it out so hard. And yeah, that's why there's the truck drivers. That sounds like truck drivers in real life. But then all the playoff drivers, all in that top the 9 out of the top 10 at the moment.
What a save! What a save by Tom Freer. That's got to be almost the save of the year. A little bit of contact with the 92 Project 36 car. What a save. I don't know if we can rip a replay of that, but you could tell he was opposite lock there, and great catch. Oh, so close. So I think the 43 and the 41 were actually one car down the backstretch last time they were connected. That they were glued to each other. But yeah, certainly no shortage of getting the elbows out and racing for points. You can tell how hungry these guys are, and we do have 9 playoff drivers in the top 10, all bar Dave Douglas. He really doesn't give a crap about anybody else, and he just wants to win the race. We're riding on board with him, looking back towards Newman and Holdsworth in 2nd and 3rd position. But I tell you what, that's not where the action is. It's in that pack of 4th to 10th of where all the haymakers are being swung right now.
100%, and as we're lap 95, there's only just on 33 laps to go now. I can now work the maths out. It's getting closer and closer. Just remember too, the Freer, that's the save from Tom Freer then. What's going to happen later in the race though, if these two get close to each other again for position, especially with the playoff situation the way it is. What a save there by Tom Freer, as Kudo Tao now is back up on the 9th as well. This is very, very tight racing. So a lot of these guys on the pit box now will be working on strategy as well. Do they come down a pit road with, say, 10 laps to go and put some new tyres on the car? This is going to be some epic battles. I think there's still one more pit stop to be had, Annie.
Yeah, there probably is, I think they're kind of just short. I think they might be 7 or 8 laps short, but it really depends on when that last caution fell, if they could really make the distance. But looks like Angus Lawford now battling it out with Southern Stars driver Ryan Barber in the Suck Street Carbies 194 there. And these two have been at it the last couple of laps and swapping paint and banging doors, but that's what they came here to do, and they're racing hard, and they're certainly not going to let each other go here when they're so hungry for those playoff points.
And especially, it all depends how their setup is as well. Like if their setup on the is to run the inside line, and their car's good on the inside too, you like to keep them up a lane because they burn more tyres off there, so then you gain the advantage. So all these little tips and tricks is what you've got to learn over your truck series and NASCAR journey, and also too, it's not supercars, it's not road course racing at all. So you are allowed to give them a little bit of a nudge here and there. If you feel like you want to move them out of the way, you can do it. That's part of the what makes NASCAR so unique. You race hard. You race hard, fair, but not has to be clean, but yeah, hard and fair. And just remember, if whatever you give out, expect it in return.
That's right. I mean, you can use the words hard and fair. I'll use the word tight, because you could probably fit a razor blade in between some of these cars when they've been moving up the track. And as we can see on board here with Kudo Dahl currently in the 9th position in this battle pack. And yeah, you can see the 2 Project 36 cars as well. And Tom Freer now going to make a move on the inside there of the 92 and try and get that done. But it did look like Ryan did get that job done initially on that outside using that momentum. But as you said, Nigel, is it a car that's going to react well to the low line, or is it going to sit better in the min line and really utilise that midline momentum?
We'll certainly start to see that very shortly. So the only 2 playoff drivers that aren't in the top 10 at the moment is Brendan Griffiths. At the moment, he's in 21st. He's 3 laps down. And we've got Tyler Williams now. He's out of the race in 28th. So the playoff picture between there's 9 drivers out of the top 10 are playoff drivers.
Yeah, that just really goes to show how hungry these guys are for points here tonight, and throwing everything at it. I mean, we've had cautions drop it at different times and seen split strategies, and now they're more or less really all on the back of the same strategy here. And Jason Holdsworth now sitting in 3rd has now caught the back of Newman. So this little battle pack here, Nigel, has really tightened up. It looks like these 2 boys have actually caught Dave Douglas now. It was out to 0.3, 0.4, but Holdsworth now making a look on the inside of Newman, going into 3 and 4. Is he going to make it stick on that inside line? We'll have to wait and see. He's got a bit of draft there from Douglas in the 10. Will that help now? Newman's going to get a bit of draft on that high line. And now he's kind of sharing draft between the 2 drivers, to be honest. But it looks like Jason is hungry to make that move on the inside.
He was a little bit quicker last lap. He was a 10th quicker there than Brad Newman. But just also remember too that the Jason Holdsworth is only quicker through 3 and 4. Turns 1 and 2, Brad Newman's actually just a little bit faster. So if Brad Newman can keep with him with 1 in 3 and 4, 1 and 2, he should be able to get the pass made back very quickly.
Yeah, this is very, very similar to what happened with Angus Lawford and Junior, really maintaining that middle line to hold off the driver on the inside. And looks like Jason just can't quite get it done with the momentum there and does tuck in behind Brad down the backstretch.
And this is where, as he just puts it straight down there, so Jace can't get the advantage back. So these are the battle at the moment. Dave Douglas, whoa, a little bit loose there by Newman out of turn from before, and we just have to look out there for Dave Douglas in the clean air. We've got lap traffic coming up very shortly.
Yeah, you can tell Newman's driving the ball bearings off the car, getting a little bit loose in the mid-corner there, but on the exit, they're both in tandem trying to chase down that Nitro Racing number 10, Dave Douglas. He's been strong here tonight and he's shown some great speed, so will he have enough to hold off these two ferocious competitors behind him? He doesn't care about the playoffs. He doesn't give a toss. He's just here to take home the win tonight and the trophy.
Yeah, 100% he is, and as we see now, Jason Martin makes the pass there to get back into the top 10 to break the tradition of he's back into 9th now. So we got 2 drivers now inside the top 10 there that aren't playoff drivers. Riley Curtis is now in 10th position at the moment, and in 11th is Jamie Davis, one of the playoff drivers as well. So yeah, this next 20 laps it could be the difference between you going through to the next round or your season is done.
100%. It looks like now they're starting to catch a little bit more of lap traffic coming up here, so that might, add a few trucks into the mix. It might mix things up a little bit here as well, but looks like Douglas still leading the way, and looks like Brad at the moment just sitting there, not really bridging the gap to his rear, just kind of sitting and waiting. So we'll have to see what happens with the strategy, but very close racing here. Got another battle pack here with Aaron Borg on the outside, Angus Lawford. We're going to go 3 wide here into turns 3 and 4. Borg on the high, Lawford in the middle, and it looks like Tom Freer now with the recovery drive.
Borgie!
Awesome save.
Why doesn't Kudo now just send it up there in the middle between them all and make this 4 wide? Let's make it happen.
I'm sure I'm sure Martin sitting back there would be all for that.
As the 41 car at the moment is got on the inside there of Aaron Borg now. He will head to that wall very shortly, as Kudo Dow is already up there at the moment in his truck. So his truck is all... Oh, Kudos! Didn't tell you how to kiss the wall.
Sparks are flying out of turn 4 on the wall. Yeah. Hey, that's how I gauge where the wall is sometimes in some tracks. I'm like, if you hit it, it's there. I'm just trying to find the boundary of the circuit.
Oh, lap car. Douglas, Newman, Holdsworth. At it once again.
Yeah, Holdsworth's now rolling the dice again, trying to poke the nose on the inside of the apron. So now he's having another go down the inside here of Brad Newman. So we'll see if they can get it done or if they're going to go side by side here. They've virtually been glued together side by side the last couple of laps when he has tried to get this done, and unfortunately hasn't got it done yet. But Dave Douglas would just be looking forward, and Brad Newman and Holdsworth here would just be duking it out.
It's a thing, and everybody knows that Brad is very, very good on the road courses, so he will go in favourite to win next week. Himself and Tom Freer will be the two to watch out for next week on the road. Both very, very good on the roads. They'll be favourites for next week, so he's thinking, if I can just keep this win away from Holdsworth going into the round of 8, may just help him with his momentum and put some doubts into the mind of the 8 car going into the round of 8.
Yeah, that's right. It'd be awesome to see how they go with the road circuit next week. Usually if you're turning right, there's something wrong, but not in the case of next week. Look forward to that one, the playoff race. Looks like Jason Holdsworth having a little bit of a blink out there with his connection. He seems quite solid again, so hopefully he does stay in there. As very, very, very tight battle here for the top 3 between Newman, Holdsworth and Dave Douglas. And then a little bit of a gap back there to Junior, Freer and Lawford there as well. So 3 cars and then a little bit more of a battle pack.
as we got Ken Barber replace Scaife in the booth next weekend at Bathurst. Wow. Looks like we've got a new commentator in town.
I'm probably more annoying than him, so you're probably best off with Mark Scaife.
As the battle here between these cars as well. The quickest man on track at the moment is still Dave Douglas. He's still the quickest. Oh, here we go. Oh, Martin's down on the thing.
Yeah, it's looking like a bit of more of a sprint car sideways action starting to happen here, and that's what happens, with the restarts. Quite a few laps ago, you drive hard early and you pay for it in the back end of the race, but this still continues on between Holdsworth and Newman. They've been at it all night, and who's going to get it done? It's going to be interesting to see here, but Brad Newman has been able to hold off all of the attacks from Jason. Oh, so close. This is what I mean about razor-tight racing here at the A&E Truck Series. That just goes to prove how close these guys are racing. You can barely get a razor blade between them as Holdsworth now tries to make that apron work again, try and get the inside of that number one truck. But it seems like he's just hanging there on that middle line and making it very, very hard for Jason.
100%, and it'd be interesting to see out of the drivers now in that top 10 who wants a caution and who doesn't want a caution. Some drivers will be wishing for that caution so they can get that last set of fresh tyres on till the end. There will be some in there though that do not want fresh tyres as well. They want this to run to the end for the track position they're in. So all the different strategies are starting to play out there with only now 13 to go.
Yeah, and I can tell you now, Nige, if there is going to be a caution, it's all your fault. So look at the Riley Curtis
guys.
now, the 93 there. He's having a look on the back of the 43. Yeah, that's right.
We're right on back with Jason Holdsworth once again, and currently in second for Nitro Racing. He finally got past Brad Newman there as well. There's a little bit of a gap, 3 seconds there, back now to Ryan Barber and Tom Freer as well. That is going to be one battle to watch between Ryan and Tom there going into the last 10 laps as well. Can we see a little bit of return serve, you could say, after that little bit of a wiggle?
An eye for an eye, they say. I think there's still probably a little bit of a number 41's paint on the side of the 194 there, so we'll see how that works out. But we do have this close battle here. This is for the 8th, 9th, 10th position, rounding out the top 10 with Jason Martin there for Nitro. And yeah, there's 8 playoff drivers still in that top 10, so they're all vying for these points. Riley Curtis now looking very racy on the back of the 43 Aaron Borg, and Riley Curtis has had a really, really great race tonight. He's been up there and he's been punching it and up near where he needs to be in that top 10 towards the end of this race. So he's certainly going to be hungry and not make it easier for Aaron Bork there.
As we see last lap, Jason Holdsworth and Brad Newman both did 31.88s. 31.82s, exactly the same lap times for Dave Douglas as what Ryan Barber is doing as well. Last lap though, 31.83. Holdsworth 31.84. Dave Douglas 31.85 was Newman. So they are all doing pretty much the same times.
And the question is, do they have enough fuel to get to the end? Is fuel going to play a role here in if they need to pit, or can they make it to the end? So
it's going to be tough.
That's right, yeah. So that's why I'm concerned about some of those guys out the front with the leaders, but they know what they're doing. They're on their own strat, but certainly a possibility with where the caution fell earlier.
Well, if they don't have enough fuel, the top 13 will not have enough fuel, so the full top 13 will have to come down pit road again. Tom Pritchard was the last car to come down pit road on lap 102. That's on the he's 1 lap behind, so that's we'll keep an eye on this in the next 2 to 3 laps to see if these guys have to come down pit road.
Absolutely, and it's looking like they're starting to wear out a little bit later in this run and starting to slide up the circuit a little bit more. We can see a lot of those trucks starting to get loose as they get into the corner, especially on the corner exits on the power down. I mean, it's really, really difficult to get these trucks in a straight line, and you've got to feed the power on, and you can't just plant your foot. Oh, Riley Curtis rushing the backstretch wall there in the 93.
Doesn't seem to slow him down too much as Aaron Borg, he tries to block, he blocks him that inside line there on Riley, so he kills his momentum there at the moment. But yeah, Douglas, he's out to a 7/10 of a second lead now over Holdsworth in second. And the battle there between the top 10, less than 7 seconds between the first place car and the 10th place car.
Yeah, I mean, old DD's, he's put a clinic on for us tonight. He's been fast all night, and he might be able to get this done. So, yeah, in that number 10 Nitro machine, what a weapon leading the race.
And as we see the battle here between Ryan Barber and Tom Frere, there's only 1/10 of a second in it. There's one hell of a battle happening right there at the moment between those two trucks. We've got a battle here. We see Matt Raymond, Jason Martin, Aaron Borg, and Riley Curtis as well, all trying to get themselves, the 93 and the 43 trying to get themselves through to the next round as the battle there between Ryan Barber and Frere. Frere was 1/10 of a second quicker last lap, so we'll keep an eye on that one as well.
5 laps to go, and it looks like Aaron Borg now still holding off Riley Curtis, looking racy in the 93 entry there. Jason Martin in behind, just watching an overlook brief. Matty Raymond up high on the SRM machine, but now Riley's going to try and look to the outside and try the switch over down the back stretch. He'll be right up the bumper. Watch him send it down here. Yep, into turn 3, right on the inside, and really dig in the car there and try and get it to turn. It looks like Borg's gone up high, made it easy for him, but yep, he's got that done. No, not quite. See, that outside momentum really, really works to your advantage down the tri-oval here.
Then as well, as we got a fella, not a good race for the Project 36 boys. It's been a cracking race, I think, for the Project 36 guys at the moment. They've got 2 cars in the top 10. 43, he saves it coming out of turn number 2. So he's already won a race. He's already through to the next round. So he just needs to finish the race to keep banking those points, as they say. But yeah, just getting back to the Project 36 guys. There's 2 cars inside the top 10. Angus Lawford's in 6th. Who else is there? We've got Angus Lawford's in 6th. Jamie Davis 12th. A few cars now lap down. But yeah, they've got a couple cars that in the playoffs. Oh, and Jamie Davis as well. He's also now in 12th. So good points races for the Project 36 guys at the moment. The battle between Tom Frere.
And it's on between these two now. This is for the 4th position. Tom Frere on the inside of the Slack Street Garbies 194 machine there of Ryan Barber, and running that midline. He's going to try and get the momentum down the straight. You might be able to see down the back straight. The truck might be in front. Not this time, but Tom Frere might get the job done here in turns 3 and 4. But we're now to 2 laps to go here at Kansas, and Dave Douglas, 1 lap to go now. He's across the start-finish line. He's done an absolutely sensational job. Blew everyone into the weeds tonight in that number 10 entry, and a well-deserved win. And yeah, if he can get this done over the line and make it with fuel, a well-deserved win here tonight.
Well, here he comes to the line there. Dave Douglas in the 10 car. He's gone out of the commentary box this year. He's come and stepped into the car for the season number 2 as Dave Douglas comes around the last corner. Dave Douglas, he wins at Kansas.
Yeah, he does a great job. Big slide over the start-finish line there. And Jason Holdsworth did get Newman at the end there, I think, for second place. So he, after chasing him the whole race and trying to get it done, he finally did when it counted. And P2, great result there for it's a Nitro 1-2. And then the Lobs Esport entry there, the number 1, Brad Newman, in 3rd to round out the podium here tonight. But congratulations, Dave Douglas, for the win here tonight. A little bit of love from Brad Newman on the rear bar there.
Great result there for the 10 car. He'll be pretty happy with that result there, as Tom Frere as well just got Ryan on the line, I think, too. He's finishing 4th. Ryan Barber finishes in the top 5 tonight as we watch Dave Douglas. He's going to burn it down here on the start-finish line.
Yeah, he's going to tear down the house here in Kansas City. Great win here tonight. Showed great speed all night. He was really untouchable, had the pace, even through all the strategies, the mix-ups, the pit stops, the cautions. He ended up becoming the victor here at Kansas for a wild round 12 of the A&E Truck Series playoffs. Look at him, Mr. Drifter.
And that's his second win in the series too. He's which would be another great result for him. As we go to the results here for the race here in Kansas for the round of 8, we've got Dave Douglas winning tonight for Nitro Racing. Jason Holdsworth comes in second with Brad Newman from Lob Sports in third. Synergy Sim Racing's Tom Freer in fourth with Ryan Barber from Southern Stars. A great result for him in fifth. Angus Lawford for Project 36. Another great result for him as well. He finishes in sixth with Kuday Tao finishes in seventh with Riley Curtis rounding out the top 8 now. In that top 8 there at the moment, I believe it's only Dave Douglas. It's not a playoff driver, so some good results there. It's going to make it really tight going into Charlotte next week. We've got Matty Raymond finishes in 9th. Jason Martin for Nitro Racing 10 with Aaron Borg finishes in 11th. Jamie Davis is in 12th. Aaron Dorman, great result for him for Australian-wide racing out of 13th. Noddy Tompkins for Nitro out of 14th. CEO, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, McKernan, he finishes 15th. Brendan Henderson 16th. Tom Pritchard 17th. And Zach Blundell finishes at 18th.
And rolling over the page, we do have Brian Blundell, another Blundell from Blundell Sim Racing, in the 19th position. David Lawler from Project 36 out of 20. Lee Davis, the privateer, 014 out of 21. Brandon Griffiths, Project 36 out of 22. Marty Mitchell, 23rd from Limit Basher Racing here tonight. Harry B. Taylor from the UK, unfortunately had a few connection issues early. Timo Blundell out of the 25th position. Nick Burling out of 26. Kelvin Clark in the 777 out of 27, and rounding out the field tonight was Tyler Williams in the number 6 Racecraft Academy entry.
And there is that's the race tonight. We will take a quick commercial break and we'll come back and we'll speak with our podium and see Dave Douglas in victory lane.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Well, what a race we have had tonight, and as Dave Douglas is getting that truck down to victory lane, and we'll make our way there right now. Dave Douglas, congratulations on your win tonight in the 10 car. Out of the commentary box, into the truck for your second win in the series. How does it feel to go to victory lane once again?
Yeah, not too bad. Just bloody blabbering away there while we're coming back from the ads. So shout out to the ads, shout out to Burlo for the yellow. But yeah, it was all right. It was different. I'm not usually good at Kansas, so I said to Riley today, I'm not going to race it. And he said, I'm in the playoffs. I said, okay, I'll race it because you're in the playoffs. And then anyway, we come out and win the thing, so I make myself look silly.
No, well, yeah, absolutely had a rocket all night tonight, Dave. Nailed those pit stops. We had that early caution around about that lap 20 mark. Did that prompt you guys to change your strategy up a little bit and make it work out towards the end of the race a little bit more, or what was your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it was a funny one. I was in two minds, and honestly, I saw Freya go in, so that let's just throw caution to the wind here. I'm not racing for points. I'm just racing to win. So I felt that first period was pretty safe driving around, was what I could see, and I thought it might go green for a decent amount of time. So I just took the gamble, and I think it was paying off. And then I was sort of spewing about the yellow at it. We got going again and had a little bit of a battle with Brad there, trying to keep the clean air on the nose. So I sort of just had a crack back at him, and yeah, it was a good little race there. And then Jace was a bit of a late charger there, but I think just the clean air ended up across the line. But yeah, truck was mega. Obviously for the boys at Nitro, they I don't know. The truck Jason's been working pretty hard, so yeah, all credit to them really. That's what it was. It was a car tonight.
That's right. And it was a 1-2 as well at the end of the day with Jace behind you there. And I have to ask you as well, you don't have to give me specific figures, obviously, but when it comes down to the fuel at the end of the race, you had enough for a burnout at least. But did it get really close towards the end with what you had left? Because it seems you're running out there in the clear air, burning a little bit more fuel and quite frankly, pantsing the guys behind you because you didn't give a toss about the playoffs. You were just driving to win.
Yeah, absolutely. So on the restart, that's why I went hard, and I was literally flat for the first, 20 laps of that run. I thought I'll just try and start it off. If I run out of fuel, who cares? Like whatever, and it'll just be those boys behind me that can battle it out, which is fine by me. But then as the tyres sort of wear off, when I bit, I gained a little bit back, but I thought I was a lot closer than I was. But in the end, I had like 2 laps when I hit the line, so we got a burnout, and then it ran out when I was doing the burnout, but that's okay. We got there in the end.
No worries. So it was getting close towards the end. It's good to know.
Definitely. I actually turned off from looking at laps to go to just how many laps of fuel to go because I thought it was going to be close enough. So I thought I'll just count down the laps on the fuel, and that's all I need to know when I'm going to run out.
That's it. Look ahead and ignore the fuel gauge, hey?
That's it. But as I said, full credit to the boys at Nitro for the setup, and got it done tonight.
Well, congratulations once again. We'll get that crew to go and push that car from off the start-finish line. They're gradually getting that car to victory lane right now. Hey, shout out to all of your sponsors and friends, family.
Oh, yeah, just shout out to the guys that come out and race. Brad, Jace, good race with Tom Free earlier in the race. Sort of cat and mouse with him. I was sort of saving, and then he'd come back to me, so I'd sort of drive a bit harder. It was a good race with him, and even Tommy Pritchard was sort of in the back there as well. So, yeah. Again, just shout out to the guys that come out race, everyone that puts it on the league, and Nitro, get amongst it.
Well, congratulations, Dave, on your first place tonight, and we'll see you probably next Tuesday night when we head to the Roval for some road course action.
Oh, yeah, can't wait.
I love the enthusiasm there. There's Dave Douglas, and now second place car tonight was Jason Holdsworth. Jason Holdsworth, congratulations on your second place tonight. Tell us a little about your race. I think you was alongside Brad pretty much all night, side by side. Was that part of the strategy, knowing that you probably had a better truck on the inside line to keep Brad up a little bit higher, to hopefully use his tyres up a little bit better?
Yeah, at the end there, obviously I was in Discord with Dave, and he's telling me he's short on fuel, so I just let him go. I didn't even bother, to be honest, because he was telling us he was short. So I thought when I was passing Newman that was going to be for the win, so I'm a little bit aggrieved, to be honest.
I saw you send it up there a few times trying to have a go, but it looks like you just couldn't quite get it done on that inside with him running that midline. Was the midline a little bit quicker throughout the night to try and get that run onto the straight, and was it like easy to hold someone down on that inside line, or?
I just wasn't willing to burn my tyres up, and obviously Brad did, trying to keep that position. Because usually between Brad and I, we're very close, especially at 1.5 miles. He knows, and he said to me earlier, if he let me in front, he wasn't going to get back past, so he needed to try and keep me behind. But yeah, I just had to work him over, keep him up, let him heat up his tyres a little bit, and we had plenty of laps left, so I didn't have to take it then and there, or so I thought. Obviously, I was wrong because Dave was too far out by the time I got the move done.
I know. Well, I found out you got really good reaction rates tonight after that first pit stop, and Newman chucked a fakie because I saw he almost got you in there, but you're like, nah, I'm staying out and running this strat. So, just looking on screen here at you guys running side by side, which was pretty much the whole theme of the night. And it was great to see you guys duke it out over 45 lap stint there. Or?
Yeah, 46 or something. I don't know, 45, 46, whatever it was. Yeah, basically a full fuel run. So it was good fun.
Yeah, that's right. And especially, when you've got different setups and you're running together and you're trying to, outpace each other. And it's great to see throughout the entire run, you were just stuck together like glue. So it's great to see.
Yeah, I'd rather be driving off the distance, to be honest.
Well, yes, essentially.
It's great for you guys, not great for me. But that doesn't happen very often with Brad.
So we look forward to next week. We head to the Roval. How are your chances there at the Roval?
Not very good. Let's be honest. I actually have to practice. I was hoping I'd be race control. Because obviously my aim this week was to try and get a win. Obviously, we built the setup to get the win. We didn't have the driver tonight to get the win.
Nigel mentioned it at the top of the broadcast, actually. People that are really trying to peg it this week on the oval because, they might have to make a sacrifice next week with the ovals. So you're right on the money with that call, Nigel.
I've never driven a lap there on the Roval in the trucks. So I'm going to have to learn.
It's the turning right thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's turning right. I can't do it. Not very good at it.
Yeah. Well, congratulations once again to Jason Holdsworth on second. Shout out to all the sponsors, friends, family.
Yeah, obviously the Nitro boys, JT, beautiful aero platform, but I do have to give Zeta and a few other boys that worked on that set during the week. We're sharing a lot of data and a lot of setup changes that made that set really, really quick. And you guys in the box, big thank you to you guys as well.
Well, there you have it. Jason Holdsworth, Nitro Racing. He's finishes in second place tonight. Now we move on to Brad Newman. Brad, congratulations on your third place tonight. Did you get sick of Jason at all?
Thanks, mate. I'm getting pretty used to seeing the back of Jason's car at Kansas. So, yeah, no, not fun.
Well, I suppose you would have had Jason's car engine in your left ear the whole time, so you would have had it in stereo tonight because it looked like you guys were side by side for quite some time.
Yeah, when I was running down Dave, I thought I better save my tyres a little bit. But then when Jason was sort of on the back of me, I realised once he went through, there's no way I'm going back past. Like the clean air's good here, and he's quick at Kent. Like he's quick. I would never go back around him. So I thought I had to do what I had to do to keep him behind me. And as always, he sort of just outsmarted me, and my tyres got pretty hot running that middle to higher lane. So, yeah, but once it came the time, I thought I'll just give up and see if he can go catch Dave, and I'll just get in the tow, but I couldn't even keep up by the end there.
We did a good job of holding him off for 46 laps anyway and running that midline, and it looked like it was really, really hard to try and get down there on that inside apron and get the move done, especially at the mercy of burning more rubber than the person on the midline. So, no, it's great to see you guys get it duked out, and he did a sneaky on the last lap, and I think he might have got you there at the end. So,
yeah, it's not the first time Jason's pants me at Kansas, so yeah, I'm getting pretty used to it, to be honest.
Now, I must ask about the fake pit stop. Now, you stayed out. Now, you were going to go in. Now, was that was you thinking at one stage, oh, geez, I've got them here. I've got the fake done. Did you at any stage thought to yourself, damn it, that didn't work?
I wasn't thinking too much about what they do. I was sort of unsure myself up until the last second. I thought, I'd be handy to have an extra set of tyres. I think, what were we at? Like lap somewhere around 20 or something? Yeah.
19, 20, yeah.
I just thought, better play it safe. Like tyres here, we're pretty bad. So I thought I better play it safe. And then as I've sort of turned out, I've seen Jace have a big swing out in the mirror. So I don't know how late he was, but yeah, no, it's all good.
Pretty late. It's last minute. It's probably the closest that I've seen someone nearly get sucked into a pit road involuntary pit stop. So I reckon that's probably as close as you can get because that number 8 truck went right very quickly.
Well, congratulations again on your third place tonight, Brad. Looking forward to the Roval next week. I think you've won. I was just looking at the stats before. I think it's like out of this season and last season, I think you've won all but one road course in the truck, so you'll be looking to be favourite there. So yeah, congratulations on your third tonight, and yeah, shout out to all of your friends, family, sponsors.
Thanks, mate. You've jinxed me for next week now. Like you guys for putting the events on. As always, Dean Thrower for helping out in the race tonight, and the guys at Loves Esports. Thank you.
And there we have it. There's Brad Newman, our third place tonight. Well, Andy, what a race. Well, one more race in the round of 12 to go next week at the Roval. It should be a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. Tonight's race had a little bit of everything, didn't it? Had a couple of cautions at key times throughout the race, and obviously split strategies, which was great to see, and very, very tight racing. And towards the end of the run, a couple of sprint cars I might add too. So it really did have everything here tonight, but Dave Douglas in that Nitro machine taking the win here at Kansas. But looking forward to next week, the Charlotte Roval next Thursday, October the 9th at 8 p.m. Join us then online on all the social media for 64 laps of that. And special thanks to everyone who's put comments in the chat too, Nige.
100%. It's always good to have the communication with all the sponsors, friends, family, and fans out there who do watch the broadcast as well. So it's good to have everyone on board. So we look forward to seeing everyone next week. We'll see everyone Tuesday night for the X Series at the Roval, and we'll be back at the Roval next Thursday night for the Truck Series. To everyone out there, enjoy your